Hello there, everybody. I'm Alex. This is Josh. We are the target audience, where content is made for absolutely everybody, but we think it's specifically made for us, and hopefully for you as well. Today, we're continuing our watch of the brand new Star Wars series, the Book of Boba Fett. I think last week they hit it off with a home run. I saw some complaints. Oh, it's too short. Oh, he got out of the Sarlacc pit too easy. It's like, do you really want him to suffer? It's like just, we know he got out. Just move on with it. And then, like, a nice twist is, like, him also being tortured by the Tusken Raiders, making him more tough, making him, like, this badass you want him to be. It's like, but besides that, I really liked last week. I thought it was great. It was short. It just, it got in, told the story, get out. There was some lulls in it. There was some parts with the Tusken Raiders. I'm like, okay. But still, I thought it did what it needed to do. And I see this episode's 53 minutes, so it's like, woo, we got a lot to go. How about you?
Yeah, I don't think I'm as plugged in as far as like the online Star Wars community really that much, so I haven't seen like much reaction or complaints to the first episode, so I wasn't really aware of any of that. I really enjoyed it. Our reaction to that episode is up now. If you haven't seen it, you can go watch it. I think we both really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the length, so I hope it being longer doesn't drag it out at all this week. But beyond that, I'm just really excited to get more into this character and into the story, going back and forth between the flashbacks and the current where they're at now. I really enjoyed that format, as we talked about last week, so I'm excited to jump in. Just so you guys know, we're also watching Star Wars The Clone Wars, and we're going to be watching Peacemaker once that starts coming up in a few weeks, so make sure to subscribe to the channel, to the target audience, to make sure you don't miss any of those videos. But Alex, I'm ready to jump in if you are.
Yeah, let's just do it. I bet the mayor sent those assassins. Alright, we starting in the past or in the future? I'm gonna guess the future. Classic Return of the Jedi shot. It's so weird seeing it in this HD.
What do we know of this prisoner?
He is of the Order of the Night Wind.
Assassin for hire.
Their reputation is legendary. There is no way this one will talk. They fear no man.
Perhaps he fears the Rancor.
What? It's not down there. He's trolling him. He's got to be trolling him.
I was sent by the mayor! The mayor sent me! Let me out!
Wow.
I called it again.
It's empty.
Good move. Well, you called both things. You called him being sent by the mayor, and you called him telling him, the Rancor pit being empty.
I bet the mayor is going to be that weird Ithorian. He has a weird shaped head and he talks out the sides, but they need to use a translator. He was in the trailer. One of the, 8 trailers for this show.
I was able to avoid all trailers, so.
Oh, nice. Going in blind. I like it. Okay, they just showed some more Trandoshans. Bosk better be in this goddamn show. There's some more! He's got to be in this. He's going to be in this.
I found one of his stray pets. I'm here to return it to its master.
Well, I don't see your name in the schedule, so you'll have to...
I regret to inform you the mayor is indisposed for the rest of the week, and
I was about to say, Boba Fett's not going to wait for that shit. I knew it!
Terribly sorry, Your Eminence.
Who is this who enters unannounced?
You know damn well who.
It is the new daimyo Boba Fett.
He's a member of the Order of the Night Wind.
He looks
Then
awesome.
you admit it.
Oh!
Give this man his reward.
I am not a bounty hunter.
Is that so? I've heard otherwise.
Is that thing on his head the translator?
I think so, yeah. I've never heard those species talk before.
Before you threaten me, you should ask yourself, who really sent the Night Wind?
Man, I can't get over how insane that design is. That was awesome.
Man, Tamora Morrison's voice, man, just screams Star Wars. He can voice anything and make it sound awesome. Like, if he were to voice Dr. Seuss book, I'd totally buy that audiobook. Green eggs and ham. Are we about to see some live-action Hutts? We haven't seen one since fucking Phantom Menace. Oh my god. Oh, these poor bastards. Having to carry these fuckers. Jesus. I mean, carrying one, but carrying two. Oh my god.
They don't look that bad.
Oh, shit! A fucking Wookiee?
Looks badass, too.
Oh, my God.
You can bring as many gladiators as you wish.
Jesus Christ.
Look at that stare.
I'm guessing that they sent the assassins. Oh, yes, here we go. Okay. This is how he became so good with the gaffy stick. Because in Mando Season 2, he just wrecked with this thing.
Oh, okay.
And they gave him a wooden one. They didn't give him a real one. Oh, no.
I like how they have these basically rifles.
An engine? What? What is that?
It's like a train.
Oh no, not the Bantha!
I think that's the train from Loki episode 3.
They're traveling through the multiverse. I don't know why anyone would want to live on this planet, man. I get it. Sometimes you don't have a choice.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's how like they can fly out of there. But goddamn, they got him wrapped like Anakin's mom, which is odd because Tusken Raiders, I mean, probably not these specific ones, killed his mom.
I will take rifle and stick.
I guess it is called a rifle.
Yeah, there's like so many like unique Star Wars words, and then some will translate like mare and rifle.
Yeah.
It's like when they first said mare, I'm like, mare? That doesn't sound like a Star Wars word. They still gave him the wooden one. They couldn't give him a real one. Oh shit. I love that. Oh, I just got chills. Alright, boys. I've had one day of training with this stick.
It's all about the confidence.
Woo! That must have been a fun bump to take.
Oh!
Maybe not that one. No one-liner, no nothing. Just I'm done. I'm leaving. Doesn't like get a thank you from anyone. Just like, all right, time to go. All business. Exactly what Boba Fett is. I love it. They probably gave him the wooden stick. Like, there's no way he's gonna come back alive.
Yeah.
A gift for you. Stop! No! No! I will teach you how to ride. This is how we will stop the train. This makes it go. This makes it stop. Like a bantha. Yes?
What the fuck is going on? With how serious this character is, I was worried, like, okay, he can't be serious throughout the whole thing if they're going to make an entire show about him. He's got to have a little up and down. So I'm glad he's getting this chance to be goofy, but still have those serious moments. Very nice, very nice. But I know there's going to be some people, oh, he wouldn't do this. Shut up.
That's pretty cool.
He was hard. Woo! Oh, I didn't see that coming. Oh man, that was slick. I wonder how many different tribes of Tusken Raiders there are.
I have a bad feeling about most of them dying here. No, they're jumping on board this shit. Oh.
Oh my god. I believe these guys were, I believe they're Pikes. They were in like Solo briefly and also in the Clone Wars.
These sands are no longer free for you to pass. And if you are to pass, the toll is to be paid to them. Now
Now go back to your syndicate and present these terms.
Alright, it's time to wake up. Okay, maybe not. I know we praised the last episode for going, back and forth, but this one seems to have. Must be sleeping for a long time. I knew it!
A gift?
Oh, no.
Oh, no! What? What is going on? A flashback and a flashback?
It's the tree from the Evil Dead.
Or from Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Break your chains. They literally just gave him drugs and said, go have fun. Hope you find your way back.
Oh, it came back out. Oh.
Or I wonder, is each fighting stick made from a tree of that branch, and now
and they'll make it for him.
Alright, so this is how we got the robes back there.
Definitely an upgrade over the jumpsuit onesie.
Yeah. It was cool to see him again in the jumpsuit, especially when he was in the Sarlacc, but I dig the new look a little bit more.
You really been calling shit this week.
Nah, man, Star Wars is predictable. It's all shit. And what I like is this is almost parallel to Jedi training. It's you got to go through trials and you make your own weapon. It's even cooler that he made his own instead of them giving him one.
Mm.
I love all this. It's like the reverse Karate Kid thing, In Karate Kid, it's oh, wax the car. It's I'm tired of waxing the car. And then, teaches him the fight moves. But in here, it's the exact opposite. We taught you how to fight so you can learn how to dance.
Remember all that time you thought it was useless learning how to fight?
Well, guess what?
Put those moves to use.
I do know how to dance. Oh, shit. Okay. We didn't even... Wow, that last half just burned by.
I feel like last week's episode was a little bit tighter. A little bit, more the pacing was a little bit quicker. There's a lot that happened in this one, mostly in flashback form. The very beginning, though, we did get that current day setting with a few scenes where we got to see the huts. So I liked that part of it. The flashback part was good too. I felt like it probably dragged on a little bit, but I did enjoy it overall. I think the first episode was just a little bit tighter. What'd you think of it overall?
Yeah, I really liked this episode. As soon as I saw 52 and a half minutes, I'm like, oh God. And then I called a lot of things, which is, makes me feel good. I liked all the stuff like the mayor and the crime syndicate and seeing a hut and a Wookiee. A Wookiee since Solo, but a different Wookiee since also Solo. But seeing it one like that was fucking badass. I think the first time in a Disney Plus show, so that was cool. And the huts for the first time in forever. And I'm really into the whole crime syndicate type deals. There's stuff we're pulling from Clone Wars and stuff that's new to me. There's names I've heard before, Nal Hutta and stuff. But the flashback really did it for me in this character development of Boba, and seeing him on both sides of the spectrum of being so low but also so high, and so serious but also him having fun with the Tuskens, and him growing so much because he's just, for years he was just a mysterious bounty hunter, and people fell in love with him for that. So people with this are going to be oh, I don't like this. I like not knowing things. But for me, I like things this all adds to his episode in Mando Season 2. It all builds so much to it. Wow. He really went through the ringer. Not only the Sarlacc pit, but he was beaten up by the Tuskens. and like forced to work, and then like he killed Goro from Mortal Kombat, and he taught them things, and they're teaching him things.
I did not expect the Tuskens to have this big of a role, in the series. Obviously, I don't know the history with Mandalorian, but I've really enjoyed that. I didn't think they would really even be in the show anymore after the first episode, so that was a nice surprise. The whole plot with the train, it was probably my favorite part of that whole thing was him teaching them how to ride the those, whatever you would call those,
the speeders.
Yeah. That was a fun little sequence we talked about while it was happening. I really enjoyed that. The actual, taking over the train and everything was a nice action sequence. And the current day stuff, sometimes when they talk, like when he was talking to the woman at the, is that the cantina or whatever that place is called?
Yeah.
Sometimes they're talking about stuff and they're referencing things I really just don't know, and I can't really follow along with what they're talking about, so I just hope that, it gets to a point where it explains it a little bit more, where I know what they are talking about, but that's probably just because I'm a more casual fan. But the flashback stuff I did enjoy. I probably would have preferred, you said people were complaining online that last week's episode was too short. I think I would probably have preferred that length for this one, just to keep it the pace going a little bit more. There was just a lot in there. The whole flashback in the with the tree and everything, I get what they were trying to go for, but I kind of got a little bit lost there too.
That was probably my negative. I'm like, what's going on here? At the lizard, but explaining that he wasn't just given a weapon, he earned a weapon, which I really liked. And the whole the people on the train, I like how they're explaining why Boba Fett wants to be the crime lord, because like at the end of season 2 of Mando, he like kills Bib Fortuna. He's like, oh, I'm the crime lord now. And during the trailers, I'm like, why is he the crime lord? He never expressed any interest in this ever. But then he's seeing the Tuskens being like raided and fucked with by these crime syndicates. He's like, you're gonna pay your toll. They were here first. So I like how they're explaining why he wants to do this instead of just, yeah, I'm gonna do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's called the Book of Boba Fett, because a lot of it's going to be in these flashbacks, and hopefully it'll all come to a nice conclusion at the end. I still don't know how many episodes there are, or my biggest fear is how this is going to end. Tamora is like 60 years old. It's like he's not going to be doing this forever. It's like,
I believe it is. I saw that it is 7 episodes. So that would leave 5 more. I think it's going to go into towards the end of February, I believe is what I saw. So nice. That gives plenty of time for whatever they want to do. And I do think you're probably right. It is going to be probably mostly the flashback sequences throughout the series leading the show up until the current day that we're seeing. And it'll probably culminate in some type of current day, or current setting event at the end of the show. That would be my guess, but I'm along for the ride. I'm excited to see where it goes from here. One last thing, I'm a little bit disappointed when they did that lizard thing. I thought at first, I'm like, oh, is he gonna like have this lizard in his brain from now on? It's gonna like give him this cool like advantage or something, but it was just for that sequence.
The effects in that were so funny. Just what did you do? Yeah, goofy episode, but a lot of good stuff in there, and I can't wait for next week. Jesus.
Absolutely. Well, join us along for next week. If you're not already subscribed to the Target Audience, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos. We're also watching Star Wars The Clone Wars. Like I said, we will be watching Peacemaker when that starts on HBO Max in a couple of weeks for DC. And we also review movies, watch other movies, and react to things like movie trailers all the time. So come along with us so you can be part of the Target Audience.
That's going to do it for us here on the Target Audience. I'm Alex. This is Josh. Once again, we have the Target Audience where content is made for absolutely everybody, but we think it's specifically made for us and hopefully for you too. Thanks for joining us on this ride on that sand train, and we'll see you in the next one.